Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today I am actually shocked and excited to talk about Die, Die, Die issue number 2. Now, I did get issue number 1, and I did a mini review in one of my comic book update videos. So if you're looking for that, I think it's one of the newest. But quickly to summarize, I wasn't impressed with issue 1 at all. And it was written, the main reason I was curious about it is because it was written by Robert Kirkman and Scott Gimple from the Walking Dead TV show. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to love that probably, right? So I get issue number 1, and essentially it's about like a badass, not afraid to get your hands over the top Quentin Tarantino bloody type James Bond, right? And they have a handler that's a senator, and it has that political aspect in the first issue, which was pretty heavy, explaining how that's all connected. And this guy are partners, but this guy's an identical twin. Actually, I think there's 4 of them. So this is he gets captured. That's his partner, all right? And he gets his nose cut off, all this crazy shit. And then when he's captured, his partner finds his long-lost, like, identical brother who's in hiding or something. And they go off to rescue him. And that's the end of issue 1. And that's a quick summarized version. But issue 1, I liked individual panels, how bloody and... Like, for example, he puts a gun, he runs out of bullets, and he puts a gun into someone's throat and then kicks it, and it goes, like, through his throat. Yes, it's silly and off the wall, and it's perfectly suited for a comic book. However, even though I liked a lot of individual panels, I wasn't all that thrilled about where the story was going. Until issue 2, hot damn. I don't know if there's any other way to restructure this, but issue 2, I'm telling you what, it brings the fire. So, heavy spoilers if we go into this. If you're on the edge and you want to just get a spoiler review so you know if you want to read this or not, then hang in there because hot damn. Anyway, so you open this up and you find out something that I strongly believe should have been in issue number 1, but that's just me. But you find out there was 4 of them. They're identical. Some time ago, a group of identical brothers learned their father was an assassin for hire. And then he trains them. And then they show this friggin' ridiculous little-ass kids. That guy's doing a jump, shooting both of them. I mean, look at that. Wait, hold on. Look how badass that is. So he's shooting both of them. He's on a little bike. And it's ridiculous on purpose. Like, that's what I'm saying. That is the style. Utterly ridiculous. Little kids, but it's neat. It's not what you would expect. It diverts your expectations for what's gonna, you would think they would train them, they get a little older. No, it's like they're kids and they're badass and whoop-de-whoop, but then they grow apart. So 4 panels, it's 1 page. It gave me enough backstory, which definitely made me interested. And then you continue, and it says, this part I liked. Eventually they grew apart and went their separate ways. This kind of reminds me of like a grindhouse movie. But rest assured, if you ever come face to face with any of them, you will die. Like I said, it reminded me for some reason of a grindhouse movie or something like that. So you get this guy who is another one of the brothers. He just does a hit. I'm sure that's going to be carried over into the next issue because they don't really cover that. And eventually... you don't need to know all this. If you're reading the comic, you're going to want to read all this because it connects. But for the review, you get the political aspect. Maybe I should explain that. And then these guys, his old partner and his brother, are showing up to break this guy out, the brother that was captured. And they move in, and in the stairwell, you find out, here's the brother, he's being sold. This hot chick, buys him for a lot of money. And they're going up the stairwell, and you notice, oh, wait a minute, one of his brothers is right there with them. Okay, he's going to break him out. That's what's up. But he acts real weird about it, so I didn't know what they were going to do with that. And then his partner's trying to get to him, but they're in a gunfight. So they get to the top of the thing, and here his brother saves him, and it's like, okay, that's what's up. Now what? And then he fights his brother. So now you're like, oh, wait a minute, he wasn't there to save him? And I mean, if you're interested, just go and read it, because the next part is like, okay, this is, listen, I like this. So they're fighting. His partner's trying to make his way to the rooftop to get him, and you think he's just about done. He literally kicked the blood out of him, out of his guts. And then he's like, listen, I'll give up. And then you turn the page, and then Braca, he gets him. Blasts his ass. Well, not his ass, but his spine. Definitely somewhere where you don't want to get shot. And then he chucks him over. He's like, but you were my least favorite. Sorry to do that to you, Paul, but you were my least favorite. So his own brother rescued him and then kills him. But it gets even crazier. It gets even crazier. I don't like showing this much, but I figure if you're going to read it or own it, go get it, because I feel like this is a great, like, look at what this comic book is, and then you can buy issue 3 and keep up with it. But go back and obviously collect issues 1 and 2. So he chucks his brother out, and then he picks up a knife, because I was like, wait, why did he kill his brother? And he cuts off his damn nose, because he's going to disguise himself as his brother. He's like, shink. I guess that helicopter guy was coming to rescue him. So there it is. His partner shows up, and it looks like the other brother is kind of suspect, the way he looks at him, but maybe not. But his partner and his other brother, he doesn't even mention his other brother, so I don't know what that's all about. He doesn't go, oh shit, you brought my brother? You know what I'm saying? So, and then that chick wakes up and she calls the politician. Like I said, the politicians are the handlers. I think that's supposed to be Obama golfing. It's like, hey, Mr. President. So I'm not really sure. I like the coloring. I like the style of the art here and how it pops. I really love the coloring. I'm actually really digging the art here. It just pops, man. I like that. Even here. You know what? Now I'm thinking maybe they did this on purpose, because, you know, Kirkman's been in the comic book industry for a long time. And what I'm being told, since I'm newly getting into the industry, here's my comic. I've only been a self-published comic book author and creator for a year now, a little over a year. And it is true, issue 2 sales on pretty much everything, they fall, because everyone wants to buy multiples of issue number 1, because that's always the more valuable issue, right? So maybe that's what they were thinking here, because in my opinion, issue number 2 is on fire. You have a great story. You have ridiculous stuff that fits perfectly within a comic book, the comic book medium. The colors pop. You have this grindhouse type feel to it. I don't know, man. This issue number 2 it hit me like a gentle punch to the balls. I loved every second of it. I honestly thought I would regret this $4, but you know what? Something about the cover and the coloring and how it pops. There was something about it, because I was talking to the guy at the comic shop, and I forgot to pick it up. I picked up all my comics. I had a little stack of comics today. And then he goes over to the rack and picks this up. And I was looking for something new to read. And he said, oh, issue 2 came out. You know, because he gave me issue 1 for free. And he said, they're real cool in my shop. And he said, here's issue 2. And I was like, oh, yeah, you know what? I've been meaning to see if issue 2, because I was going to give it at least till issue 2 or 3. And holy damn, I enjoyed the hell out of this. Again, the story, the colors, the art, I enjoyed this a lot. There's something about the art style and the coloring together that fits so beautifully. Anyway, I love how they don't hesitate with the gore. It is what it's supposed to be. It's for mature readers right there. Boom. It is what it is. And it's got a cool cover for sure. Anyway, so I can't honestly say enough about this one. I don't know if you guys know what issue number 1 looks like as far as the cover, but I could show you real quick. Here, I went and grabbed issue number 1. That's it here. There's a couple different variants. Like the coloring's different. Minor stuff. I really don't care. I have this one. That's all I need. And like I said, my comic book gave me this for free because I think it was a giveaway for something. If you bought something, you got this. Anyway, here's his handler. I think she is the boss. She's the senator. She's the boss of both of these guys. And I'm going to go back and read issue number 1 now because I enjoyed this so damn much. This was probably one of the most enjoyable comics and unexpected most enjoyable comics I've read recently. I got a couple coming from Alterna Comics. I seen just some really ugly comments from comic book professionals, believe it or not, in the industry. Just some ugly stuff that I just didn't agree with. Some self-proclaimed SJWs that, and you guys know me, I like to try to get along with everybody. We have everyone under the sun in the MAP family. We got from SJWs to anti-SJWs. We got from white to black and in between. I mean, we got every race, religion, you name it. I look at the stats. We got a ton of different people in the MAP family. None of that matters. We're all here to be entertained. So when I saw that, I was like, oh man, that's kind of shitty how they're treating this dude running Alterna Comics. So anyhow, long story short, I jumped on the website and bought a couple issues, and it's newsprint, so they're old school. I bought Mother Russia. It's a complete set. It's a zombie comic. And then I bought something else that is The Creators, and then the complete set, and then something else that's about aliens, The Trespasser or something. So I'll review those when they get here. I do want to try to take a little bit of time in a few days and review Oblivion Song. You guys let me know in this video if you would like a review of each issue or just 1 to 6 together. And this is the first volume. When you get it collected, I believe it'll hold 1 through 6 because that's what I read at first. I read the whole volume in an early release. Anyway, comic books. Doomsday Kingdom. This is my comic. We do have some issues posted on the website, doomsdaykingdom.com. We have issue number 1, the day variant of number 1, the night variant of number 1, issue number 1, second print with a variant cover, and then issue number 2. We got limited stock up on the website, doomsdaykingdom.com, and if anything's out of stock, we will be restocking next week. We just stock with limited quantity, so that way I don't put up more than I can physically ship out each week. So check that out. Thank you very much for coming by and hearing my thoughts and opinions on Die, Die, Die. Let me know what you thought about this. I'm hyped. I like that a lot. No bullshit. I like that a lot. And I really want to know your thoughts and opinions. We don't have a lot of comic fans on this channel. We probably only have about 2,000 to 5,000. And I mean diehard that'll watch, every single comic book thing. Sometimes we can get up to like 20K, 30K. But I really want to know what you guys think of Die, Die, Die. So thoughts and opinions in the comment box. I'm done talking, so it's your turn. Okay, that was cheap. I'll never do that again. I'm sorry.